Guys, what is going on? So it's Tuesday, it's the start of a new month, it's November 1st. It's an exciting day, it's an exciting week. It's a pretty nerve-wracking day, actually, to be honest. So today marks the beginning of the prep for the UTD 100, the 100-kilometer Ultra Trail run that I'll be doing in April next year. And, you know, it's today, what we have on the cards is we've got a fitness test. So any fitness test I seem to, I just seem to get a little bit nervous for. It's weird because I do a lot of difficult things physically all the time, but there's something about a fitness test. I don't know if it's, kind of from my old days, my rugby days where, there was all this stuff attached to your, standing in the squad based off your fitness tests and whether or not you had to be in the add-ons squad and do extras. I don't know. Or maybe it's because you know that you're going to test your limits, because for the fitness test, it is exactly that. It is testing the limit of your fitness. How hard can you push? So today, we've got that on the cards. It's to assess kind of my threshold, so that my coach can base my heart rate zones off of that, and we can program accordingly. And then it's the start of a pretty much 21 week prep, which this is the first episode of. We're going to have videos every week. I'm going to update you guys all along the way. At the moment, I'm waiting for my coffee to brew, and then I'm going to head downstairs for my first clients of the day. I've got a full morning of clients, after which I'm going to do the fitness test, because previously I would have woken up before and done it, so at around 4, quarter to 4, because it's almost 5:30 now. First client's at 5:30, but my mindset changed throughout the Cape Town Marathon prep, where I started prioritizing sleep a lot more, because it has huge performance benefits, and obviously also with running the business and starting the business now, I want to be functioning at full mental capacity. So I will take you along with me throughout today. And I will share a little bit of insight, particularly revolving around the fitness test. But otherwise, enjoy the video. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and a comment if there's anything you'd like to see in particular from me. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.
Guys, what's good? The reason I'm down on all fours like this is because I'm doing a quick roll before I head out to do my fitness test. The nerves are setting in, but I grab the daily runners, put them on, get it done. I'll check in with you guys afterwards. Like I said, I'm nervous. I think it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be good to see where we're at and to find out what the threshold, what everything's looking like from an HR point of view. But yeah, I will check in after this. Guys, that was tough. I don't even want to put this on the counter because it's probably just so wet. Just finished up with the fitness test. It went okay. I'm just going to, so we ended up covering, I don't know if you can see that, 11 and a bit, almost 12 Ks. Yeah, definitely about an RPE 8. And felt decent, but I'm sure it did the trick. Now, what's super cool is that my coach Brendan will be able to set workouts according to the threshold assessment that I just did. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else has this issue with their Garmin's, but like I'll run a random kind of run and it will say that I've hit like PRs and say fastest kilometer, and it's like well off what my fastest kilometer actually is. Like it's not correct. I don't know if anyone else has that issue. I shouldn't have the shopping bag on here. If you do, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you figured out a way to sort that out, because I don't know why I have that issue, but anyway, it's not the end of the world, it's just kind of annoying. But that's us done with the workout. I've now actually got to head over to site to meet with the signage guys for the gym. That's super exciting. But there's, a bunch of kind of red tape kind of things that you need to sort out when it comes to signage, especially if it's road facing. And these are all kind of, I actually knew that before because I used to work for an outdoor media company, but these are small things that you learn, you know, only through opening a business, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so meeting with the signage guys to speak about council approval, but I'm digressing from the topic of this video, which is training and UTD 100. So as I mentioned to you guys, you know, it was pretty tough. We got it done. We got the work in, and you know, when I run, I always kind of have these quite profound and deep thoughts. Well, not always, but a lot of the time, especially when I road run, my mind tends to drift. I'm not as present in the actual running, and I also don't always don't have music, by the way. I usually run without it, but because it was a test, I thought, let me just give myself a little bit of an extra push. What I find when I push to the real edge of my physical boundaries is that I feel really close to my mom. And for those of you that don't know, my mom passed away earlier this year, quite suddenly. And when I push myself physically and I get to that mental point of like, I feel like I'm really at the edge of my limit. I feel so close to her because my mom was so big on personal development, on pushing yourself, on being the best version of yourself. And when I get to that point of just wanting to give up, I really think of her and I can almost hear her voice saying, come on Bass, you got this Bass, you push my boy. And it's such an amazing thing to feel so close to her in those moments. And it kind of brought me to this place where, you know, I actually want to put a bit of purpose behind this whole prep and make it extra special. You know, I think there's a lot of purpose in physical activity, full stop, but I want to dedicate this to my mom. So I want to dedicate this prep to my mom. It's inspired by two things. Number one, I saw Nick Bear dedicated, when his mom passed away 3 years ago, he dedicated an Ironman prep to her, and I thought that was really special. And when I go into that pain cave, as Courtney Walter would say, I feel especially close to my mom. And the wound being so fresh and so new, I thought, what better way to pay homage to her than to show all of you what the mind is capable of, undertaking something super challenging like running 100 kilometers. You know, it's a ridiculous thing, but my mom always used to say that you can do absolutely anything you put your mind to. The only limitations that you have in life are the ones that you impose upon yourself. And I believe in that deeply, to its absolute core. I believe in that. So I want to show you guys that. I want to make this, you know, I really want to dedicate this to my mom. So Mom, this is for you. You know, obviously you'll never see this, but people will hopefully feel inspired by your message, by my mom's message. So Carole, this is for you. And guys, I'll see you in the next clip. So this is literally like my favorite way to start the day, and I do it, I'd say 80 to 90% of the time during the week. I get on the promenade with my book, my morning read, which at the moment is Mastery by Robert Greene, and I just get some headspace. I just spend some time with myself. It's nice and quiet. You can hear the ocean crashing against the rocks, against the beachfront. The birds are out, minimal cars, you know, not very many cars. I'm really struggling with hay fever at the moment. Anyway, but yeah, this is probably one of my favorite times of the day. It's very important for me to give myself this first 45 minutes to an hour to just be with myself, and to be present and to be calm and to be putting some positive thoughts into my head. I love it. It's amazing. It makes me feel great, and it allows me to really execute throughout the rest of the day with very low stress levels, because I don't feel like people are like grabbing at my time. I'm kind of like, you know what, I've given myself an hour, so the rest is for you guys. You should give it a try. Go for a walk every couple of mornings, every few mornings or so. Try go every morning. Read a book, do something. Don't take your phone with you. I never bring my phone with me, and that's also a game changer. Just be outside. Look how beautiful this is.
Guys, what's good? So, what I wanted to talk to you guys about is two things. So, two important things around this prep. Number one, the question of whether or not running 100 kilometers is healthy. I'm going to put that to rest. I don't believe it is. I think unequivocally, actually, it isn't. Although it does depend on a number of factors. I think for 95% of people, it's not healthy. It's not something I'm doing for health benefits. It's something I'm doing, maybe arguably for my mental health, but it's because I find those kinds of things fun, masochistically enough. I enjoy stuff like that. And it's to push my limits and push my boundaries, to push myself mentally and physically. I like that kind of stuff. I love doing that. So that's why I'm doing it. So that's that question. Is it safe? Is it healthy? Arguably not, but I'm preparing for it with a coach, and I love it. I'm not advocating for doing it. Be very careful, get the right guidance, and do it under some kind of supervision if you can. And then the second thing is, I think that this prep is going to be a really interesting case study. It's going to be a really interesting practical illustration of how the whole calories in, calories out thing works, because I'm going to be doing an excessive amount of cardio. I mean, most of you will have seen from the Cape Town Marathon build that I held on to most of my strength and my body composition. I did intentionally lose a bit of weight at the beginning, but maintain everything after that. I don't plan on losing any weight throughout this marathon build. This ultra marathon build, I'm still at around 93.5 kilos, and I plan to remain at that weight, at the same body composition, and remaining at the same kind of strength levels. So what this will be able to show you is you can run, tens, hundreds of kilometers a week, over 100 kilometers a week in preparation over a period of months leading up into a 100-kilometer ultramarathon, and you won't lose weight. Or you can potentially not lose weight. You can hold on to your muscle, you can stay strong, you can keep your body composition. So I think it'll be really cool for you to see this whole process and understand how that works. Somebody asked me on TikTok yesterday to share a bit about my nutrition, which I will. I'll share the kinds of meals that I eat, but at the end of the day, nutrition, more so than training, I believe, is very, very subjective. It completely depends on what you're trying to achieve and what your body metabolizes as well. So that's something you find out through trial and error. If you've got a bit of extra money, you can also do kind of like DNA tests, blood tests, and things like that to help figure out what your body utilizes the best and what you need, what you're deficient in, all those kinds of things. Although for me, I think the best and most cost-effective way is to just go trial and error, trying different foods, seeing what works and what doesn't. So that's it. I think it's going to be super cool for you guys to see this whole case study, as I said, of how you can hold on to size and strength whilst doing excessive cardio. Similarly, that cardio is not always necessarily the only thing or the be-all and end-all of weight loss related goals, because as you're going to see evidently is that I'll be doing a lot of cardio and losing little to no weight, which is going to be cool to see and interesting to see. But that being said, cardio in a like a good well dosed is very beneficial. It's very healthy, so do it. But if you're looking to lose weight, there are more efficient ways, or there are ways that can help you that don't involve lots of running and cardio. You don't need to do cardio to lose weight. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. I'm going to eat my lunch. Talking about food, you can kind of see my lunch. It looks completely charred and overcooked, which I feel like I've done twice now. Every time I cook whilst trying to do content, I end up burning it, which actually makes sense. That, if you couldn't see, is chicken breast, basmati rice, and a bit of cauliflower and mushrooms. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip, and yeah. Guys, so I'm gonna wrap this video up. You know, if there's anything you want to see throughout the prep going forward, let me know. I've heard people requesting, I've had people requesting the whole diet and nutrition side of things. I will make an effort to incorporate that in videos to come. And personally, what I'd like to show more to you guys of, or show more, that I'd like to show you guys more of, is the training itself. I just need to make a plan for getting someone to film, because it's difficult to make running footage, but I'll make a big effort on that for you guys, because I think you'll find that really interesting, really cool, really motivating, and just insightful to see what the actual work looks like building towards a 100K ultra marathon. So just a little bit of a weekly roundup like I used to do on Instagram, which I'll do here, and then we'll end the video and end this week's UTD episode, is that it was a good week. We tested on Tuesday. We had a recovery run on Wednesday, I believe. I think I had off on Thursday. Friday was a beautiful 45-minute run, which I did around Lion's Head, at the Lion's Head loop twice. And then this morning, Saturday morning, I did an hour 30 run along the pipe track and then around the side there. And the load's been very manageable so far, and I'm very eager and chomping at the bit to increase it and get it a little bit higher. This is a Diet Coke, by the way, not that it matters. But yeah, so I'm really keen for the mileage to go up, but I know I've got to be patient. This is a long prep. It's a 21-week prep, 22-week prep, and I just got to trust the process, listen to the coach, because my biggest problem a lot of the time is getting over eager. And maturing for me in training is knowing when to dial it back, because we're not invincible, we're not superhuman. The body can only take so much, and it's really just, you know, just kind of tiptoeing that fine line of just taking it too far, and, you know, not leaving too much in the tank. You know, you really want to just, it's a fine line. So trying to figure that out, and, you know, knowing when to rest and when to kind of push through and all those kind of things. So overall, feeling good, still hitting the weights, going to hit the weights consistently throughout this prep, and I'm really enjoying hitting lower at the moment, because I know that as the load goes up, I'm not gonna have the luxury of training lower as frequently, because I'm going to be managing that load a little bit more diligently and cautiously. But yeah, as I said, overall feeling good. I'm really pumped. I'm really excited for this prep, and this week has been a good introduction into that. It's been great working with Brendan so far, although it's been about 7 days, but I can see it's going to be a good prep, and I am very excited to be under his tutelage to take my running to the next level. He himself is actually competing in UTCT, which I'll probably go and have a look at. But anyway, that's it for this week. As I said earlier on in the video, don't forget to leave a like, a subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Sprenner, follow me on TikTok, Sprentalk, and subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, because I'm going to post every week regarding this. And watch out in Sea Point, because rumor has it there's a new gym that's opening. I'm opening a gym in Sea Point. If you didn't know already, Horizon Gym. It's going to be on Sea Point Main Road. Soft launch December, official launch first week of January, so keep your eye out for that. Otherwise, have an amazing week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.